Today I'm here to do a long-term review on the Tusk Terrabite Aramid 10-ply tires. So for you folks with a short attention span, yes, I like these tires. I think these are an excellent value for anybody with a side-by-side. My riding conditions are Arizona desert, the Sonoran Desert, and the alpine country of the Mogollon Rim area in Arizona. Currently I have about 2,700 miles on these tires, so I think I've got a pretty good basis for a long-term review. These are on a 2019 Talon X, and they are on beadlock rims. So most desert conditions are fairly rocky, hard packed dirt, and pretty much the same up in the Mogollon Rim area and the alpine area. There is volcanic rock up there, which really beat up any tire, no matter what type of vehicle you're running. These have the Aramid liner in them, and not liner, but layer in them, and I have found that I have not gotten any flats. I did have a couple of objects embed themselves in the tire, but they did not permeate the tire and they did not cause a flat. As far as beadlock rims with these, I know some folks had some issues with them. Beadlocks do lose a little pressure. I have only lost a minimal amount of pressure over long periods in the garage, maybe several weeks or a month or so. Sitting in the garage, they do lose some pressure, but I've never had any really egregious pressure loss that you couldn't, fathom over several rides. These are a fairly heavy tire, but I don't see any really performance loss. I'm not racing. I'm not, 100% power all the time. I'm doing trail riding and some rock hopping and things like that, but I find that the weight is not an issue. It doesn't affect gas mileage or power. Currently I have about 2,700 or 2,800 miles on these, and let's take a look at the tread life. Again, the desert is fairly unforgiving terrain, and probably the most brutal for tearing up your rubber. So after, let's call it 2,700 miles, we still have a pretty good sized lug there. I would say probably about 50-60% still exists on there, and they still have excellent grip in just about any conditions. These were on the back about 400 miles ago. I did swap these to the front. So this is the rear, and I don't know if you can see the sipes in the lugs are still visible. Again, these rode on the front for most of their lives. They spent about 400 miles being swapped to the back, and they are non-directional tires, so you can swap them around like that, and like I said, these things still have a ton of life left in them even after 2,700 miles. So I spent about $800 on these Tusk Terrabite Aramid tires, and I think the $800 was well worth it. They popped on pretty easy. I changed them out myself, and went right on and were just fine the whole time. Even with the bead locks on there, like I said, they set up pretty easily. They are DOT tires, so if your state allows you to register and street legalize your ATV or UTV, they will be legal for the road. These tires provide really good grip all around in sand, dirt, over rock. I haven't had a whole lot of experience in mud, but the little bit of mud I have ridden through has been pretty easy. River crossings or wash crossings and things like that, when they're running, they've been just fine in wet conditions like that. So all in all, I would like to recommend the Tusk Terrabite Aramid tires. They've been really good for me. I've got nearly 3,000 miles on them, and we are heading probably for 4,000 or 5,000 miles probably pretty easily. Highly recommend them. Great value. I think they would do just about anyone very well. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching. Adios.